Okay. Let me catch this thing here. Sure everything looks good there. Yeah, Ms. Whedon, it should be popping up anytime here. There we go. Hope you're all having a good Friday. Got home from work and had a few things, so I figured I'd open up. First thing is this, is that looking right? Yeah, iPad Pro. That's right, I'm on this camera. Little hub, USB hub. This way I could hopefully use the Radio Link FPV system on my iPad. I had to get an 11-inch iPad for work. So picked up this little guy, but I got a case on my iPad and I can't get it in there, so I had to get a little short extension to plug into the iPad. Then I can plug this into this. But it's got a microphone and USB. I'm sorry, microphone and speaker setup. Works both ways. It's power, so I can, while this is plugged in, run power to it, and it will power the iPad and everything else. And it's got a USB-C 3.0, 2 card readers, which I could care less about, and the USB 3.0. Basically, I need, for the FPV setup, I need the USB-C and the audio. And it's also got an HDMI. I think it's just HDMI out. But I won't have to use that unless I want to, go to a bigger screen like my TV I'm using for a monitor. So that was the first thing. I already tried to open it up and checked it out. Oh crap, that's right. I got a case on it and it needs to be a little bit longer in the stem. So I picked up an extension cable that should be here tomorrow. So that was number one. And that's out of that bag. We'll throw that there. I know what this is. So we're going to put this here. I don't remember what this is. It's from Amazon. So let's open it up and take a peek here. Like, God, what did I order that had this big of a box? I know it's something I needed or wanted or was going to use, but tool bags. That's what it was. Right. Said they were delivering. Like the 13-inch tool bags I got. These are 18-inch tool bags, so they're bigger bags for the bigger stuff. I would put my knife and a couple of my mud knives and my basically cement knives, trowel, a few of those things, some of them. That's what some of this is going to be for. Really tape the hell out of that. Red, yellow, and blue, same as the other ones. There go the other. To the other camera for now. Now I'll also be able to put some of my other tools in there. Right now I got them all stuffed into one bag. So that's what that was. That's what that was. Let's go ahead and go to this, because I know what this is. Yeah, I know it was up there. My address has been public since 2014. I made it public. Political shit. You got to make an address public, and I wasn't going to go get a P.O. box or a bunch of other crap, so I just used my home address. Stubby kit. Not that I needed one, but I might. So I figured I'd pick up a stubby kit to have on hand in the parts box for whatever it is I decide that I'm going to need a stubby kit for. So I'm going to put that there. So those ones were the easy ones. So before we go on, hey, how you doing, Bobs? Happy Friday. Let's put this one up here. I'm going to go grab something to drink, and I'm going to have to probably go to this other camera, at least for the moment. But it might go wonky. I'll be back in a quick second. We'll go grab my coffee and warm it up. I'm thirsty. All right. So, yeah, I hope you had a good day, Bob. Mine's been busy. Busy. New work always makes busy. But if things went right, I made decent money this last 2 days. Started on a job yesterday and pretty much got it done today. I got to go pick up some scrap, but it's a local job, so I don't have to go just down the road a few miles. Which I got to go out and do a little run around shopping tomorrow. Anywho, so let's see. How can I do this? Kind of like the way the other guys did it, but that's the way I've been kind of doing it. Just kind of opening it up and digging stuff out. Anyways. Thought my neighbor was pulling in for a moment. She drives kind of weird sometimes. So I thought she was slowing down and going to pull in my driveway. Must be a car coming from down the road. All right, let's get her open. This is, of course, a Vanquish Trucks of Fortune box. Yeah, not too hot today here. It's in the high 80s, low 90s, I think. If you're in the direct sunlight, it might have been a little warm. I was in a basement. Oh, I already seen it. So, BS10 Phoenix. It's got the twin portal. So that could work. It doesn't have, Phoenix doesn't have, is this the RTR? Let's see. Let's move the box down. It was 12.5 pounds, but I got something else in there. Yeah. Open up. I figured that was going to be down low. Yeah, it looks like a kit. Yeah, this is the kit, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Phoenix Portal Kit. Which I think I got one last year. But this is what I bought myself. It was in my cart. So that didn't come with it. I was going to act like it did, but no, it didn't. So I got myself a Dixon shirt. Because I've wanted one for a while. The nice shirts, I've had a few Dixons and different, stuff. And when I found out they had one, I'm going to have to get myself one sooner or later. I was going to play it off like, oh my God, look, they put a shirt in the house. They know my size. Let's see. Oh, we got piles of stuff. It seems a lot of other people have nice things. Oh, a couple things in there. So let's see. A few other people got some real nice things. So, dang. Oh, I want to do that. All right. Water. of nice packages this year too. So we got a Phoenix Pro, and the new light kit with all the lights, Series 2. Well, it may only have the 2 lights. I don't know. We'll see. A lanyard in the NASA card in almost a fuchsia color. That's not your normal color. That's an unusual color on that. Kind of, like I say, it's kind of a fuchsia almost. Got some red pinkish into it. Nice. And then a set of axles, SGB 10. I can't even remember what the actual color they called them. Nice. And of course, this has tires and wheels, but we did get TOF. So let's see what we end up with. Let's start with the non-wheel packages. So we got some IFR silvers, 1.9s it appears. These are small, so they got to be 1.9s. There's a set of black rings. Set of hubs. And for wheels, I don't think those are bronze, but they're an awful dark. They're almost like a plum. Riots, I think. Not riots. I don't remember what they are. These are almost plum colored. Ooh, those are pretty. They're not bronze. They're looking brown there, but let me see if I can. Let me get to this other camera. Unless the bronze got real red in color. These are they're real dark, like I say, like a plum. It's hard to get a good light. Let me turn it up. See if it makes any difference. It still look brown there to a point. You can see some of that. There you go on this bottom inside one. You can see some of that glint right in here. Man, if they're a bronze, they're so far off of what the normal bronze is that it's not even funny. So I can't believe those are bronze. Give me a second here. Let me walk through my little labyrinth. Move a couple things. So these are bronze. Those certainly aren't. Yeah, those are. I don't even. If they're brandy wine, man, they are dark brandy wine. I love it. Yeah, that's the bronze. No way. Yeah, those got to be the brandy wine. So SGB gold. Excuse me. And some brandy wine. IFR, rings, IFRs, slims, and then black beadlocks. I got other beadlock rings as well, and these are from my other last wheel, of course. I haven't used them yet. This is trucks. This is Wheel or Trucks of Freedom. Those are from Trucks of Fortune from Christmas. Nice. I was hoping for portals because I don't have the only thing I've got, the only rig I have. I guess I got two. The only rig I have that I've actually ran that's portal is my Red Cat Axe. I got the Capra, actual original version 1 Capra, brand new, never even powered it up, I think, yet. I think I was going to put my other radio system in there and swap that out, but I never did fire it up and power it up. So it's been hanging on the wall. Of course, it's a portal. But yeah, that's the only other one I have. So it's nice to have some portals. SUV tan and Brandywine. The things I could do for colors. That's kind of nice. Lights. Of course, the hubs. The portal kit. I'm happy. That's much worth it. Especially with the 2 LED items. There's nothing else hidden in here. Think so. No, just my ticket. In fine shape, so nothing happened to the box. Made it all the way from Washington to California to Michigan without anybody punching it and beating it up. But sweet. Yes, very happy with this. I want to keep that. I want to keep the nice Paul. I was kind of hoping for a portal. I was really kind of hoping for a VS410 kit portal. Just because I was going to take that kit, flip it over with a few other of the H10 axes I have and build 2 mullets. But at this point, I may just build this as it is. Although I might go with the bronze wheels, just because the bronze will fit better with the axles. But those, that champagne, SUV tan, whatever color you want to call it, sand, desert sand, whatever the original color was, those look nice. I am tickled. Those are very, very nice setup. Of course, lights. Got motor and servo and everything. So this would actually, as a higher end trail rig, would do pretty well. All right. Well, cool, man. Been watching some other people open up their boxes, and man, there's been some folks that got some just hella boxes. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I just seen that. There's actually beadlock rings in the package. Notched. Are they notched? They're not notched, but they're not normal black beadlock rings either. I just looked down and what's that? Oh. So they've got, I don't know what they are for beadlock rings. I'm going to have to take a look. I'm not sure I've seen those beadlock rings before. Those are pretty cool. Both packages. So on top of the black beadlock rings in the IFRs, it's got these, silver ones here. Those are kind of slick. So yeah, a few other items in there, sneaking them in. These are just normal beadlock rings. But these have got little slots in them in between the bolt holes. One, I can't go flipping it over. Oh, yeah, I guess I got a back one there. Yeah, these are non-IFR. These beadlock. All right, cool. So these are non-IFR beadlock rings, where these ones are IFR with the of them. Sweet. Just seen that. All right, we're gonna pack this back up. I guess put these items over here with the rest of these. That's got to set aside. So if I build this out, I do have a front and rear H10 axle set. I could throw on old bastard, swap out from the SSDs, keep it straight axle. Yeah, they are. I mean, like I said, that I don't know if that's Brandywine, because I thought Brandywine was a bit lighter, but no, I think in person it's much darker, obviously. Oop, let me hit mute for a moment, see what's happening. All right, no emergency. Hey, Tank, I didn't recognize. I seen you say nice runs. I thought it was somebody else. Thought it was Bob up there. Yeah, those Brandywines are real sweet. I just noticed those V-Block rings in there. And then the Vanquish Portal Kit, which I had one of these. I got one of these in the Trucks of Fortune in Christmas. I ended up selling it because at the time I wasn't looking for a portal setup. And then I sold it in about 2 months, well, right after Christmas there, probably in February, early March, started thinking, well, man, I really should have kept that because I could have done what I wanted to do with it, having a portal kit. But anyways, because I got straight axles I could put underneath it easy enough. But it'll work. So cool, man. Nice little package. Yeah. I'm gonna have. I've got the Origin, of course. The Optic. I've got one of the Optics, and then I've got the old Bastard, which is originally an SEX-10-2 Vanquish builder's kit. So it was just basically the chassis. Yeah, assemble it, but it was a chassis assembly and everything for the chassis. Didn't have any links or anything like that, I don't think. Might have had links with it. But I bought it from my buddy Nick, who bought it brand new. And that, like I say, that was the old, builder's kit. But yeah, that nice portal kit. I was hoping for portals. So I got that. Because I got, like I said, everything straight except for my axe, which I haven't ran in quite a while because of all the other rigs I've got working and running now. So yeah, nice kit though. I am tickled with that. That's going to be a fun build. What can I throw on here? I guess I can throw this on here for shits and giggles. I haven't ran it, but for a split. But actually, no, I haven't ran it for a second yet. Something else I haven't had a chance to run it really because races have been called out except for one night. I couldn't make it. But got this little Losi. And I think I got something for it. Tires, wheels. I might have ordered them or got them in the cart and haven't ordered them yet. Just for dirt because we're running dirt oval. So yeah, I picked up one of these little Losi because we're going to be running, dirt modified or a Losi class on the dirt modified track. So it should be fun. Just something to look at while we're sitting here bullshitting for a minute. But yeah, I mean, I was really, really hoping for a portal kit because it's got all the upgrades in the tranny, which is about the only thing I don't have for build stuff is the tranny gears and stuff. So I'll have to get those because I'm gonna build it up. May as well put the higher end gears all the way through it because that's how I do them. The centers are all right, but I'm gonna be using them. I'm using them pretty heavy, and I'm probably letting other people run them as normal. Whenever I'm out and about, and there's other people that don't have a rig and want to run, that is. I should probably actually start thinning out, considering I haven't run the bomber but once. I haven't run the Capra. Ran the Rift, a couple dozen times, but it's such a big thing, kind of like the bomber. They're big enough that we almost don't have any area to run in unless I go somewhere a ways. I'll bring them with me down to the Gauntlet. Maybe I'll see if I can sell them down there. They're all built up. Don't look like the Rift is, but it is. Of course, the Capra's stock. But the bomber's got all Vanquish stuff on it for the most part. They're stage 1, stage 2 kit. So, yeah, nice trucks of fortune. I'm happy with it. And if I can make this little unit work with my iPad with that little extension cable, and then make that be able to use my iPad for my video on the Radio Link FPV, which when that cable gets here tomorrow, I'll probably be doing that tomorrow afternoon, trying to set that up and see how it works. Yeah, I love the builds, man. I actually probably do more building than running, but I'll run all over, but I don't like running by myself. I'm not going to go out and crawlers. I will a little bit, but if I'm going to run by myself, I'll probably run the bikes. Maybe I'll run some oval here and there practicing. But I'll run the low-C bike slash the dirt oval stuff. My drift stuff, I haven't ran that yet this year, but I would like to get out and do a little drifting here and there. Closest place to go drift is probably an hour and a half when the one local Michigan crew is in Lansing. They're usually down in Jackson, and that's 3 hours one way. 3.5 actually to Jackson's. It's a haul down there. So I probably won't be doing down there to drift very often unless something comes up or whatever. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Like I say, I just wanted to kind of do a little boxing opening here and get that out of the way and see what we got and put it in. I got to grab pictures. Yeah, that's right. I didn't take any pictures to post up yet, which is what I got to do. So anyways, I'm going to take off. You all have a good night. Thanks for checking in and hanging out. And we will talk to you later.